Hey there, Mickey Barfield with the Polyhedral Knights. We're going to talk today about what's next. So it's going to be a sort of short video. And I apologize, I haven't been on here in a while. Just holidays, family things. I have a disabled daughter and two elderly in-laws who live here. One who has dementia, one who has cancer. So kind of busy, but it doesn't stop me from working when I can. Usually I just work at weird hours and whenever I can. And yes, Southern Gothic is being worked on. It is actually getting close to being done. I just decided to add more to it than I originally had, which is always a good thing. And also too, we're waiting for some last pieces of art to be finished up, and then just finishing the final edit and layout. So soon. So I'll keep you more posted on that. And actually, I'm gonna have a different video about some of the things to expect in Southern Gothic in the next video. So this one is about what's next, because I get a lot of questions from people, either at conventions, online, whatever. People write me and say, hey, what's coming out? What are you doing after this? Because they know that this brain doesn't shut off for some stupid reason. Although I shouldn't bitch about that. At least things are coming out, you know. So yeah, there's a few things I'm juggling. And usually if I'm working on one thing, I'm working on other things as well too, because some pieces are warm-up pieces, and I want to keep that fire alive a little bit while I'm working on this one over here that's raging. So long story short is there's one that I've really been working on for a long time, and that one's probably gonna be next. So that one's called Stygian Tales, and so originally was going to do a kind of your typical fantasy game, because you know people seem to expect that, even though if you know me, I don't do typical fantasy stuff. I usually do modern day, post-apocalypse, horror, sci-fi, shit like that. Okay. Now don't get me wrong, I love fantasy. I really do. I cut my teeth on fantasy, but I didn't cut my teeth on Tolkien like most people did. I cut my teeth on Elric and Conan, much darker fantasies. So that being said, Stygian Tales, obviously, here in the term Stygia, would give you thoughts of Conan. Although this is actually truly a lot more closer towards the Young Kingdoms, the world which Elric was involved in. So it's kind of a hybridized version of that. And to me, my creative juices got a lot more flowing, and I got a lot more done on it. And honestly, when I ran it for some people in some test groups, they seemed to like it better too, because they could tell that that was something that I was fond of, and you could tell that. That being said, so these were rules I already had written up for a fantasy game. I just had to adjust them to be more fitting towards that. And you know me, I don't shoehorn a system into a setting. I build a system around a setting. Now, this one did happen to line up with Wasteland Saga set mechanics. So one of the cool ideas I had about that was, now I know there's that supplement that D&D did where it kind of crossed over Gamma World and D&D. I can't remember the name of that supplement, but all of you know when I mention that, it comes to mind. So our plan is to release Stygian Tales, the core book, okay, and then there will be a supplement book. You don't have to have, but if you want to cross over Wasteland Sagas and Stygian Tales and run them, you know, like this character's over here from here and like that, we'll have a little supplement book telling you how you can do that, okay? So anyways, pretty excited about that. And the good thing is I got a lot of it done already. I mean, a lot, because it had been worked on before as far as at least the core mechanics, so I just had to reskin it and write up a lot of things that I already had cooked up in my brain anyways. So that just flowed pretty well. So, but this won't be launched until we are done with Southern Gothic. So, the other thing that we are looking to do, I have been working on for the past 2 years, second edition for Pathogen Unclassified. Now, Pathogen Unclassified, and these glasses are going to just drive me bonkers. New ones are coming today. Anyways, so Pathogen Unclassified was my second game ever, and it definitely reflects that. It's a great game, but it needed more. It needed other things. It needed some tweaking and some fixing. That being said, I have been doing that. I have actually run that. So a second edition will come out, and that's going to be pretty easy. We'll just have all the new material in there. It'll still be the same core things there, but just better. Just a little bit more to it, more definition, and a better layout, because Mitch will be doing it, and he does a better job than my basic serviceable layout. And finally, we're relaying out. Now, this won't be new material, but we're relaying out Dark Times. Now, some of you may notice that I have not been selling a hard copy of that because, to be honest, the way the economy has really shifted and changed, hardcover color interior books being printed stateside, I would be paying you to take these books. And I am not these big guys who can order 1 million books and you get the picture there. So in order to keep it more profitable, but also to more affordable towards you guys, that's why we switched to the softcover format, which is, it makes it where I can actually produce it, But the layout was done by one person I used one time. Wasn't a big fan of it, but we just kind of cranked it up so we might get it done on time. Anyways, Mitch is already working on that, so sometime this year that'll be released, but there won't be a Kickstarter. We'll announce it on Patreon, my website, anywhere I can. Just if you follow me anywhere, you'll hear about it, okay? And if you want it, you can get a copy of it then, okay? So hopefully that answers some of your questions. And as we get closer towards, I guess, finishing up Southern Gothic, and then I start talking more about Stygian Tales, I'll release more videos about that. I'll break down things about the world, the magic in there, all kinds of other things, because that one's very unique and definitely not your D&D, not your Tolkien-esque type of world. I think you're going to really enjoy this. So, anyways, thanks again for your support and for following me and buying all my crazy-ass games, and hope to hear from you soon. If you have questions or want to comment, please put a comment below or write me or whatever. I do enjoy that. Thanks and have a good day.